In the beginning of the story we are shown the day of October 30th, 1969, where a boy named Andrew has given his life. Actually, there is a very tall tower here and the policemen think that maybe he has given his life by jumping from this tower, but along with this those people also think that Andrew might have been killed by someone, but no fingerprints or footprints are found near Andrew's body. When this thing is known to the famous lawyer of the city whose name is Milton, here everyone's suspicion is on the Mars girl who lives inside the forest's marsh. Is the name of a place where there is a marshy area far and wide. That's why the police and arrest Marsh girl on the basis of suspicion. Actually, the name of this girl is Kaya, and this girl has been living at a place named Marsh since childhood. So the people hear Marsh girl speaks. Milton comes to Kaya and says that I will help you because Kaya does not have enough money to hire her own lawyer. That's why Milton asks Kaya if there is anyone in your family who can come here. Then Kaya starts telling about herself. She was very young and used to be happy with her family, but Kai's dad was too bad. He is always more than his family used to quarrel, and due to this one day Kai's mother left the house, and in the same way both Kaya's brothers and Kai's two elder sisters also left home, and now Kaya started living alone with her dad. He is very scared of his dad. Kaya used to go far and wide with her boat. After going a long way she loses her way. Here she meets a boy named Tate who drops her home. Kaya used to go to a shop every day with her dad. Jahan's couple loved Kaya very much. The couple gift clothes to Kaya so that Kaya can go to school wearing new clothes. Kaya starts coming back on the way because she doesn't want to go to school, but then he meets Milton there and encourages him to go to school, but Kaya is made fun of by all the kids at school, so she comes back home. Now Kaya and Tate slowly become friends. Kai's mother's letter also comes after many days, but her dad burns that letter. Not only this, Kai's dad burns every memory of her mother. One day Kai's dad also leaves Kaya, and now Kyle is alone in this house. He has to survive to live. That's why Kaya cuts mussels from inside the jungles and sells them at the nearby shop so that she can get some money to live on. The year is 1962 and Kaya has all grown up. Tate and Kaya meet together every day, but meanwhile Kaya misses her parents a lot because it has been a long time since he left home. No social service people go around her house to pick Kaya up because Kaya lives alone inside the forests, and because of this they want to keep Kaya with them, but Kaya doesn't want to be with them. That's why when she hides from them and goes to the forest, she also hides her footprints from behind. Kaya and Tate come close to each other inside the forest because they both started loving. Now the days of these two started passing like this because these two became very close to each other. Tate has completed his studies here and now he has to move out for his college studies, so Tate and Kaya meet for the last time and come physically close to each other before leaving. Tate gives a list to Kaya and tells her to talk to the publisher because the drawing you have made can probably get a good price. And then Tate leaves. Here Kaya gets lonely again and thus she spends a lot of time alone in this way. The month of July comes because Tate was going to come in this month. Kaya wears new clothes and waits for Tate at the beach, but Tate does not come. This angels Kaya, and together she starts crying that after all everyone has left her. Kaya learns that her house is about to be sold as someone is going to build a hotel in its place, so Kaya goes to the lawyer. Kaya's lawyer tells Kaya that the house is in the name of your family only, but the last few taxes are due. If that tax is paid by another company, then that house will be theirs. That's why you have to pay the tax. This tax is $800. Meanwhile, Kaya becomes friends with Andrew due to Tate's absence. These two live together for a long time. Meanwhile, Andrew tries to co-work Kaya but later apologizes and brings Kaya with him to the tower. This tower stands alone on the marsh, which is at a height, and from here everything can be seen far and wide. Nan Kaya had talked to the publisher to pay his tax, and now that publisher likes all the drawings of Kaya, Kaya tells this to Andrew as well. Andrew wants to marry Kaya and also shows big dreams to Kaya after that he took Kaya inside the hotel. Those where these two are physically close. Here Kyle makes Andrew wear a necklace. It is the year 1969 when Tate has also come back after completing his studies, but he sees Andrew and Kaya together, so when Tate first to meet Kaya, then Kaya is very angry at Tate because he has come to meet her today after many years. Tate also apologizes for this, but Kaya is very angry with him, so Tate leaves from there. Now Kaya faces two difficulties: should she go back to Tate's life or stay with Andrew? But one day Kaya learns that Andrew is engaged and he had hidden this from Kaya. He comes to Kaya's house in the evening, but Kaya doesn't want to see him anymore, so she hides in the woods. Kaya is left alone once again, but finally Kaya's hard work also pays off because the publisher has published her book. Along with this, Kaya has also got $5,000 in return for this hard work, due to which Kaya pays the old taxes of this house, and this makes Kaya the mistress of 310 acres inside which there is also a huge forest. One day Kaya finds her brother Jody and he tells Kaya that our mother is dead. Kaya's hopes are shattered as she was waiting for her mother to come back to this house again, but Kaya is happy that finally she was able to meet her brother. That's where Andrew comes to her. He tries to convince Kaya that I only love you, but Kaya doesn't want to talk to him. So he starts forcing himself on Kaya, so Kaya throws a stone at his face and runs away. When Kaya sees her house, Andrew came from behind and destroyed the whole house. One day Tate comes to Kaya. Tate used to come to Kaya to inquire about her well-being, but Kaya says that I had to go to meet the publisher, and in this condition how will I go to meet the publisher? Then Tate encourages her and tells her that Green is settling inside the Phil. You can get in touch with the publisher through that. Kaya does the same and takes the morning bus to Greenville. The story comes back to the present. We see Kaya inside the courtroom. Kaya is being accused that Kaya had opened the lattice of the tower and pushed Andrew from there, but Milton reminds the policeman here that the issue of lattice of tower has been raised earlier also, and you had written in your letter that if that lattice is done in a good way, if it is not installed, someone's life can be lost there. Along with this, it has also been told in the court that the necklace which Kaya had given to Andrew was not found around Andrew's neck. Kaya is being accused that Kaya took the morning bus to Greenville but came back at night and went to Greenville again after killing Andrew, but there would have been a publisher of Kaya inside the court as he tells that I did not feel anything like that. Kaya was as she was in the morning as she was in the evening. There was no difference in her body language. Now all the evidence and witnesses have come. The verdict is in the hands of the jury. So Caius Moyer tells the jury one last time that everyone knows Kaya as Marsh Girl because she's an orphan, and because of this it is easy to blame her. Also tells that there is a couple running the shop here who had shown mercy on Kaya, but we all have been making fun of Kaya. Milton tells that it can never happen, that on the night of October 29th Kaya came here from Greenville, and within half an hour he finds Andrew, kills him again, and takes the bus again to Greenville. This cannot happen, and no one saw Kaya kill Andrew. And not only this, she also meets her publisher the next day. I agree that these are all fabricated stories who can never be trusted. That's why I believe that whatever decision you take, don't take it by listening to fabricated stories, just take a decision based on facts. Till then, Tate and his brother Jody too, he comes here, all the members of the jury together give their verdict that Kaya is not guilty. He also apologizes for the time he spent in jail. Now Kaya then returns to her home, and after coming there she starts coming close to Tate once again because Kaya had true love with Tate from the beginning. That's why they spend every moment together, and after that both of them get married. After this, 4 books of Kaya have also been published. Kaya now spends her whole life in observing forests, and that's how she gets old. But the last time she would see her mother is, and after that he never returned, doesn't come because she is dead. Whatever research was done by Kaya, it is sent to a very big university, and Tate is also reading Kaya's book. And Tate, that's the locket that Kaya had given to Andrew that Kaya was hidden in his book. At last Kaya tells that now I am a part of Marsh. I am sails found on the seashore, and if you want to talk to me then come to the place where crawdaddy's birds sit and sing. And with this our movie ends here. Now we wonder who killed Andrew. So Kaya used to live inside the jungles, and Kaya had also seen that uprooted lattice above the tower from which Andrew had lost his life by falling. Kaya went to Greenville on the night of October 29th, but she came back from Greenville at night itself, and she killed Andrew on the night of 30th October itself, and she again went to Greenville and stayed in the hotel, and next morning she met the publisher. Kaya used to live inside the jungles, so she knew how to hide the evidence very well, and this is finally revealed to Tate when he finds the locket, because this locket was always with Andrew, but after his death this locket was not around his neck. So Kaya killed Andrew to protect herself, because I had always been tolerating her sorrow and pain, but this time she was not going to bear the pain.